I'm Saul Hernandez, and this is my personal health plan on the last part. On this part of the health plan, we're going to be talking about and reflectionating about the first and the second parts and what we did on them. So starting off, we're going to talk about the family tree. Now, this family tree has it's composed. I have a lot of family. I have cousins, uncles, grandparents, and all that. But we have to take into considerations that not all of them are healthy. Some of them have chronic diseases, for example, diabetes and high blood pressure, and this really makes you kind of think about things. You're not safe from those diseases. It's on your genetics, so this really wants to make you kind of have better habits and not to reduce all the chances of getting those diseases. In my case, I don't like it. Really motivates me to have good habits so I can get those diseases that are already on my genetics. Now we're going to talk about my food habits. Now, when I did the diary, I realized that I don't have some good food habits. All right, my habits are pretty bad. It pretty much consists of donuts, tacos, chilaquiles, and molletes. That's not good. So yeah, I think I want to, and I'm compromised to upgrade those food habits. I want to get them better. I don't want them as bad as they are. I want to start eating fruits and vegetables, more water, and start to get rid of those sweets and tacos. Moving on into my exercise habits is the same thing as with the food habits. They're not good at all. They're awful. I should really start, making more exercise. I'm compromised in making more exercise, going out and walking, jogging, running. Every kind of sport helps. So yeah, I'm compromised on making more exercise. Now, the contributions of exercise to my lungs, which is my respiratory system, and my heart, my cardiovascular system. Now, how it contributes? Well, I mean, both of them. As with more exercise you make, the better you get. The lungs. With when you exercise, of course, logically, you inhale and you exhale a lot. You use a lot of your respiratory system, so it starts kind of like training your system. Your lungs start training. They start practicing and working and working and working and working. And after all those working and breathing in and out, they get better at it. They do it more efficiently. They can take in more air. They can take it better. So as you more exercise, they get even better. And same with the heart. I mean, the heart, its function is to, with the lungs, it was like the function was to pump, to breathe air in and out. So as it does it more, it gets better. Same with the heart. The heart, its function is to pump the blood to the body. So as you do more exercise, more blood is needed into the body, so it gets more oxygenated, the cells. So as you do more exercise, the faster the blood pumps. So you keep doing more exercise, and your heart gets better at pumping blood and blood. And so the more exercise, the better it gets at doing that. Now we're going to go into my sleeping habits. Now, this is one of the only ones that are actually kind of decent. They're not that bad as the other ones. Sometimes I kind of sleep like very small amount of time, but normally I sleep my good 8-9 hours of sleep, which is the recommendation. The recommendation is 8 hours of sleep. Now I'm gonna talk about the advantages, or how sleep affects your endocrine nervous system. In the endocrine part, the endocrine system is in charge of releasing hormones throughout the body. This process normally does it during nighttime. So if you don't sleep, those hormones are probably not going to get released as much as they would. For example, the growth hormone is not going to be released as much if you don't sleep. Now, talking about the nervous system, what happens is, as you don't sleep that much, you're going to get a little bit, your attention is not going to be enough. You're not going to be alert. Your concentration, your reasoning, your problem solving, they're all not going to be at peak. They're going to be a little bit lower than standards. And also, if this problem continues and it becomes chronic, eventually you can get a heart disease, heart attack, heart failure, high blood pressure, or a stroke. So if this continues for a long time, it is going to be very dangerous for your health. Now, moving on, well, this is what I just explained. Now we're gonna talk about the addiction. Now, the most common addictions are tobacco, alcohol, and marijuana. Now, some of these common causes are they all pretty much come into your organism by bad influences. Friends or somebody that tell you that invite you to consume. That's the main cause. When other ones, they tell you to consume that drug or that alcohol. And then after this, after you become addicted, some of the social effects are rejection. Pretty much, you're seen as someone different, and that's good because if you would have seen it, if you would have been seen as someone cool, everyone would be drug addicts. But thankfully, there's a rejection from society to drug addicts. So there's isolation to that drug addict. There's rejection towards that drug addict. And finally, how can we prevent this? Honestly, I think the prevention is all in education. Education is the key for kids. It's amazing the power of education. We need to teach the kids about drugs, about to prevention. There is the solution. Now we're going to talk about the myths and realities about sexual transmitted diseases and contraceptive methods. Starting out, we have a myth, which is young people can't get HIV. In reality, in the United States, the fastest growing HIV positive population in males aged 13 to 24, about 25,000 new cases a year. So in reality, yes, if you're young, you can't get HIV. You can't get HIV through oral sex. That's false. You can actually get it through oral sex. AIDS was a government-sponsored program of genocides. No, that's a complete lie. I really doubt that a government will make a virus, as a massive genocide. And finally, two people who both have HIV can have unprotected sexual intercourse without problems. It's simply never safe to have unprotected sex with someone that has HIV, even if you have HIV, because even though you both have HIV, you never know when you can get another disease. So no, it is not safe. Now moving on to the myths and realities of contraceptive methods, we have that condoms are too small for me. That's a lie. Actually, condoms are very elastic, very expandable, so they can fit to anyone. 2 condoms at once increases protections. That's a lie. 2 condoms will create a lot of friction and will increase the risk of breakage of the condom. Condoms can be used more than once and flipped inside out. False. It's just one-time use. You can only use them one time. And finally, it is the condom will be safe if you store it at your wallet. Well, that's false because there's a lot of heat. It's hot inside a wallet, so the condom it might break or it might get it might just it might get sensible and it will break more easily because of all the heat in there. So false. It's not safe if you put it in there. So finally, I want reflection about the health and society class. So pretty much I have learned a lot of the health and society class, and that's what I liked about it. It's very varied. It's not only about biology itself. It's about health. It's about your person and your health, health of the others, and how society sees this, and how society changes due to health and biology problems. It not only focus on the theoretical part, but it also takes it to to another level with laboratory practices as well. So that's everything. Hope you liked it.